if you watch this with an open mind, you will see by the end of it that this is world is level and flat. And that's what you'll see. Like we we didn't start out wanting to be flat earthers. We just looked for the answers because we heard one was the other. It could be flat, so we looked into it. Thought we all started out we were going to give flat earthers shit. Thought we'd make fun of them. And we looked into things, and it started getting a bit crazy. And we started looking at all these other options that were more plausible, and there's all this stuff that it's it's crazy. The more you look at it, the more you find, and the more you find, the more you look at, and it just keeps on going. It just keeps on going. You all think we're crazy, but it's actually the other way around. You just haven't looked into this stuff. Like, if you actually look into it, you will see how ridiculous it all is. Like, it is absolute absurdity, the stuff that they show you. Like, this is meant to be an image from space. Like, does it look real to you? Fake as it gets. Like, it just doesn't end. And this is meant to be a rocket launch as seen from space. Like, are you kidding me? Are you, like, the stuff they put out there is absolutely absurd. It is all CGI. The whole lot is CGI. Utter nonsense. Like, if you actually start to look, you will see that it is nonsense. We're not just making things up. It is what it is. Utter nonsense. So we started to see things, and then we started to see more, and we see and hear things like this.
What is gravity?
You have no idea. Okay, next question. You have no idea. Okay, next question.
Wow.
You have no idea. Okay, next question.
Wow.
No, here's the difference. We can describe gravity. We can say what it does to other things. We can measure it, predict with it. But when you start asking, like, what it is, I don't know. Like, what it is, I don't know. Like, what it is, I don't know.
So did I accidentally ask a deeper question than I meant to?
Yeah, no. To the astrophysicist, we don't really care much about sea level.
No.
Want to be high, you're measuring your distance from the center of the Earth.
From the very center of the Earth.
Is that different from the center?
I'm trying to give it...
the very center of the Earth. So you want to find the farthest point from that center. And it turns out sea level at the equator is farther away from the center of the Earth than sea level near the pole. It has nothing to do with global warming and melting of the ice caps.
Why is that?
Because Earth, we know it spins once a day. Yes, thank you. 3 people know how long a day lasts here.
Good for row number 2. They're off to a great start.
So you spin, when you spin pizza dough, it kind of flattens out. It gets wider in the middle. So Earth, throughout its life, even when it formed, it was spinning. And it got a little wider at the equator than it does at the poles. So it's not actually a sphere. It's oblate. And officially it's an oblate spheroid. That's what we call it. But not only that, it's slightly wider below the equator than above the equator.
A little chubbier.
Yeah. Chubby's a good way. It's like pear-shaped.
Yeah.
Yeah. So of course we're going to find footballs in space.
Yeah. Now if it was Tom Brady's planet, it'd be a squishy football.
Oh,
couldn't help.
You can't let that go, Mr.
No, I
Philadelphia
cannot.
Eagles, man. So here's the thing. So first of all, I have to be accurate and say the planet was less like a football and more like a rugby ball. just to be clear.
Oh, God, only you would say that.
We have Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and then you have Uranus and Neptune. All of those planets orbit the sun in about the same plane, which was a deep hint to tell us how the solar system formed. And so it was concluded maybe we started from a big gas cloud that collapsed into this pancake the planets formed. Let's go down to Earth and look up into the sky. Where are you going to find all the planets? Half the stuff is going to be in the sky when you're looking up.
Because we are on a ball.
You look at one
You're
side.
looking one side of the ball, and you see half of what's out there.
You're seeing half the sky.
Because the other side of the ball is looking at the other half.
It's not going to repeat for hundreds of thousands of years. Every single day is that.
So that's what we get. And then, like, it's just ridiculous. Like, and then the whole solar system, like you're saying, is level. Like the planets are all lined up and level. Like, there's no way it could be all level if it all was from an explosion. Going, like, expanding, everything's expanding and spiraling and wobbling and turning, and like, it's just no way it could be level. This is what they predict. This is how it is. This spiral out of control, and the whole solar system, galaxy is all spiraling out of control. Like, it's absolute absurdity. It's fantasy, absolute fantasy. Like, watch this stuff. Watch it. Do you really honestly think this is how you are going? Do you feel any movement whatsoever? Do you feel any? And all this spiral out of control and everything's sitting level. They're all in line. Like, and they all line up. Like, come off it. This is what you believe in. This. And you just reckon we're crazy because we see flat Earth. Earth spins at 1,000 miles per hour.
66.999 miles per hour around the sun.
Solar system's going 450,000 miles per hour. And the galaxy's going 1.34 million miles per hour. Million. And you just reckon we're crazy. What do you see? From a high altitude balloon, or all these are all different ones, but these go to roughly like 240,000 feet, higher than aeroplanes. And this is what you see when you take away the fisheye lens that NASA and everyone use when they get to this high. This is as high as they can get. This is it. This is what you see. Level. Water always seeks, finds, and self-levels itself. Always. It is always level. It does not curve at all. It is level. Water is level. Did you know? If you believe in illusions, if you believe they're real, you're delusional. Don't take that to offense. I'm not trying to hurt no one. I'm trying to point it out so you realise, so you can fix it, so you can start seeking truth and getting true to yourself. I'm being very firm in my words, but I have to be because you just don't listen. You have to listen. And to the people that don't know what I'm talking about, if you've never seen me or heard me, then it's not aimed at you, but this is at everyone that thinks you live on a globe. Live on a globe. It is all lies and illusions, all of it. It's all designed to make you delusional. The whole school system is designed to make you delusional. Reckon a pilot knows its level?
That's not, and that, yeah, no, the ground looks to us like it's standing still. Did you notice any curvature while we were up there?
No.
No? What'd you see while we were up there?
This is the blue sky, white clouds.
Yeah, is it flat or?
Pretty flat.
Pretty flat?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I was reading a lot of stuff on the flat Earth.
Okay, yeah. True.
That's true?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, God bless, brother.
Did you notice any curvature while we were up there?
Curvature? No.
No? There's no curvature?
It's just all flat.
Casey, how are you, mate? Pleased to meet you guys. There's no way this curvature. We ran the flat, aren't we?
Yeah.
We are, aren't we? Thank you.
Your pilot's even saying flat as a pancake. You really can deny this if you like, but you're just lying to yourself. Like, you really are. Like, you can't deny this. Soon I'm going to show you some footage that I got, and it's undeniable as well. Absolutely undeniable that the world is level. I'm just showing a lot of these because it is what it is, and it's level, and it shows it, and you can't deny it. You can't manipulate this and fake this, like this view. It's just, you can't fake it. It is what it is. The only one you can fake is curvature, and that's what they've done. They fake it with a fisheye lens. At the top of the lens it curves up downwards, and at the bottom of the lens it curves upwards. And it does a half pipe if you go at the bottom of the lens. If you go at the top of the lens, it does a curve. It follows the lens around. The horizon will always be level to the observer, no matter whether you're at sea level or at 1,000 meters elevation, it will be level. Now I get to my video where I'll show more undeniable evidence. I pre-recorded this whole video with sound and it was all fine, but something happened, but not sure. But anyway, this shows I'm in mordialloc and looking out over the Yangs, which is, it shows it's about 60 kilometers away. So this is mordialloc here, this sort of section, and this is the Yangs. So you can look it up, do your own research if you want, but it is what it is, 60 kilometers away. And this is how you calculate the curve of the Earth. And this shows it's 40,000 kilometers circumference. That's just, this is how you calculate it. This is curve calculator. This is what it is. This is how you measure curvature. This is the calculation that everybody agrees on. Pause it if you have to. So you can see if you believe in it or not. Like, it's complicated, but it is what it is. And if you don't believe in it, you're lying to yourself, because it's a calculation, and calculations don't lie. Like, it is what it is. To make up the 40,000 kilometer circumference, it has to be this. But you don't have to do the calculations, because here's the numbers, and it shows you that at 60 kilometers there should be around about 200 to 210 meters curvature. It's just what it is. It has to be that, just to work out proper. It's just the way the numbers work. It's not like, I know some people be like, oh, it's fake, but this is the measurement. This has been agreed upon by globe earthers and flat earthers. Both agree on these measurements. So you cannot go against them. So we should be in agreement that there should be around about 200 to 210 metres curvature. That's just the way it is. It's just undeniable. 200 to 210 metres curvature. This is a topography map showing the mountain range. The red's all the shows you it's about 319 metres. I'll show you on Google anyway, but this topography map shows you like where you're looking at. It's got the yellow bits, which is down to like 150 metres, 100 metres to 300 metres. 319 metres. Now go in and get video to show you what you see with a Nikon P950, which is a super zoom lens. It's off its head. Crazy zoom. Look at what you see. The whole mountain range is in view. This should only be 100 metres above sea level. This should be 100 metres sticking up above curvature. Because at 319 metres, you've got to take off 200 metres for curvature, 210 metres of curvature. So there should be 109 metres of the top sticking up. This is guaranteed the whole mountain range. So the highest peak is 319 metres. Take off 200 metres or 210 metres for curvature. So that only leaves you with 109 metres to 100 to 109 metres left that should be above curve. Then these next bits are like these are only like 100 metres above the elevation, like themselves. So how could they be? They should be well and truly gone behind the curvature. Well and truly. But you're going to start noticing mirage too under the peaks of the mountains. On the edges, it curves back in on itself. That's a mirage. See the mirage? How it looks like there's sort of nothing in the middle, like it's and it tucks back in. The mountain ranges come down, but then it's like goes opposite way back down underneath. That's a mirroring effect from a mirage. The mirage is about where the mouse pointer is. It's about that high. In this boat, you can just see it. It wasn't behind curve as such, as they say, but if it was further back, it would be behind the mirage, and if it was behind the mirage, it would look like it was disappeared behind curvature. Do you see the mirage? Like it's on every end of the mountain, where the mountain comes to the ground, every end it tucks back in on itself. The mirage comes up, like, it's hard to explain because I can't show you, because the recording went weird and I'm voice recording over the video which I've already made. But if the mirage wasn't there, you'd be able to see the shoreline on the other side of the bay, which is about 40 kilometres away. Definitely see the shoreline on the other side and all the way to the mountain. But some of this topography shit, like I'm showing, like it's like 100 metres, the yellow stuff, 100 metres, but then you got all the shoreline, which is like 4 or 5 metres, like a metre, like sea level, like it's should be all there, except it's hidden behind mirage. It's a simple illusion. Go back over the measurements again, just like it's about 35 kilometres away. The shoreline. And so you can't deny this. Like I can zoom in further than this even, but then it just goes to the mountain and it just goes dark. Like I've got further to zoom in if I wanted to, but I'll just go to the point where you get the whole mountain range in view. And like it's undeniable that the whole mountain range is still in view. It's 319 metres. You can tell it's about that. By the time you zoom in, it's high. Like it's still massive. It should only be 100 metres left of the very tip, the very highest mountain. All the small parts all the bits that are only 100 meters or 150 meters, 200 meters, it should be all gone. All of it should be gone behind curvature. A whole lot. Like, this is undeniable, 100% proof that the Earth is level. And if the mirage wasn't there, and you can clearly see the mirage everywhere, there's a line going all the way along the whole lot. If that mirage wasn't there, it would 100% be the shoreline would be in view. I promise you, all this, like, gravity is fake, buoyancy, mass and density. If you weigh more than air, you stay grounded. If you're lighter than air, you float. Like, if you're helium, which is lighter than air, it floats. If you're heavier than air, which your head's heavier than air, you stay grounded. It's that simple. Like it's very basic. And this is undebunkable. I dare you to get anyone to try to debunk it, or try to debunk it yourself. Try, but make sure it makes sense. Don't just go blah 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 and think you fucking win the combo because you drop the mic and walk off. Like, this is serious. Now you have to prove what you say. You have to come and prove curvature. Because I've just proven 100% that it does not exist. It doesn't exist. It's an illusion. And if you believe in illusions, you believe illusions are real, you are delusional. If you think you know it all, that's a very ego thing to do. If you still think you're living on a globe after all this, you're a bit slow, so you're a bit tardy. So you're an ego tard, which means you're a delusional ego tard. Don't be ignorant. Don't be arrogant. Just don't be closed-minded. Stay open. You shouldn't have to open your mind now. I've just done it all for you. Well, I'm sorry I'm being a bit raw, but it's like I've been through a lot through this stuff, and just especially to some, man, it's like you got to stop hugging the ball. You got to get away from the ball. It's all illusion. You are delusional if you believe in it, and that's just as simple as it is. It is a fact. If you believe in illusions, you are delusional. Get true to yourself. Everyone's like, oh, there's an edge and you fall off an edge and oh, you're stuck in a dome and there's make up all this nonsense that we all apparently believe in. Like, it's all nonsense. You're stuck in a jar. At least I can leave. What are you going to do? Build a rocket? Get to it. This is kind of what I believe in. You got Source, the central sun in the middle. You got the sun and the moon within the realm. The outside bubble is an energy bubble, a toroidal sphere of energy. It's ether, an ether layer, the ether sphere. And this is how Freemasons do it. It's the central sun is what projects the sun and the moon by bouncing energy. The moon and sun are projections of energy. But I still think it's deception, because I'll actually show you what I really think it is. This is a 3D printed frequency off a 2D graph. You can see the 2D graph. Well, the one above is a 3D printed version of that graph. And this realm is a frequency and vibration. That is what it is, and it would be like a frequency would be three-dimensional. It wouldn't be just one. Like, cymatics shows frequency, and it wouldn't be just one disc. It would definitely be a 3D sound. Woof, it would be 3D. It would be like this, 100%. I can't guarantee this. I can't prove this, but it has to be this. It has to be three-dimensional. A sound wave frequency has to be three-dimensional. It has to be. So I actually believe this is how we are. It's a multi-level musical universe, and each ring Each disc is its own frequency within a frequency, making up the whole frequency. Each one is its individual frequency cymatical pattern within the frequency of the whole. Just like we are frequency within the whole, like everything combined, like everything is like a song, an orchestra. Everything plays its own tune. Everything is sound and light. Like that is what the makeup of this whole everything is frequency, and it would be three-dimensional. It's almost guaranteed. I can't guarantee it, but I can almost guarantee it is a multi-level musical universe, and you'll be able to travel it through. Once we're back to pure energy, you'll be able to travel it through sound, through frequency and vibration, matching the energy spectrum and light spectrum of a realm, and then you'll be able to appear in that realm. We're all stuck in the mind. We're all stuck in the physical mind. We need to get back to being spiritual, being pure energy. It's a musical universe. Jump up and down, and we'll go all around. Then you got the flat Earth map, which I'm not even going to show because it's a psyop. This is our map. This is our true map. It's the moon map. The moon is a projection of Earth. It is a map of Earth, what it is. So here's the moon. Look at where all the darker bits are. And then back to the map. Look at where all the land is. It's a perfect image of the moon. And there you've got a digital image. And where the red ring is I'll go back to the map once more, and you can see where the ring is. And you can see it's the same pattern. See where the ring is? It's all around. Like that's the known lands to us. That's, or in a sense, but that's roughly the pattern. That's what they have us in. These astronomical clocks are phenomenal, and they show what's going on. I think it works in cycles, and the sun moves its location, does a new loop around a new section. The only place you're going to get through is in the center. And this is a map from the 1500s. This is what it would have looked like back then, but it doesn't look like that now because of cymatics has moved the land around and changed the land's shape and form. The moon is a map of land, but it's all a smudged up mess because our frequency and vibration is out of whack. This is going to show you what frequency does. It creates a vibration which moves matter. So imagine on that multi-level realm, the one with all the levels on it. And imagine that with all different cymatical patterns. Each one of these is vibrating, creating a cymatical pattern of land, the land's shape, the land's form. And each one would be a different frequency, so each one would be a different pattern. So it could have its own species, it could have its own nature, like it could have its own lifestyle sort of thing. Each one will be different. Yeah. I'm almost 100% sure it has to be like this. Well, as I said, I can't prove it, so it's not like I'm saying this is how it is for sure. I'm pretty sure it is. And that's why that map's been, or that drawing been drawn. Someone's drawn it. Apparently, it's some culture. I can't remember who it is, but some culture believes in it. I believe in it for sure. When I found it, I just found the frequency a couple of days earlier, and it was all just coincidence, synchronicities. That just like the frequency coming to me. I was like, wow, that could be like the realm. And then the next day, or the day after or something, I found the other one, and it was like, what the? It just blew me away. The same thing happens with water and energy. Same thing. Creates a cymatical pattern. That's. I'll get to the energy soon, but the water one's next. I'll show you it's all about frequency and vibration, energy and light, everything.
Waves are energy in motion. They carry momentum and information through the universe. They are all around us. Light waves, ocean waves, sound waves, and many others. Sound waves are pressure waves caused by a physical interaction. They move through matter, and in doing so, cause it to vibrate. In this experiment, two techniques are used to visualize sound waves. Water resting in a low-frequency speaker, and salt resting on a high-frequency mechanical wave driver. As the instruments are activated, they vibrate in resonance with the waveform, revealing geometric patterns. The patterns change with the pitch and volume of the sound wave, visualizing the nature and shape of waveforms.
This is a star when zoomed in with a Nikon P950. You don't get this out of a telescope, do you? Telescopes are toys. You want to see the moon, you get it. Oh man, you see the moon with the Nikon P950. But this star's it's cymatical pattern. It's moving, so you can't. Well, it's in motion. So but it gets points where it has perfect symmetrical patterns. Like if you could slow it down, take a photo of like slow frame rate sort of thing, you could look, be a symmetrical pattern, like cymatics. All the same thing. This is what we are. This is what we live inside of. Toroidal sphere of energy, ether sphere. It's what we live inside of. It's one of these. Same thing. As above, so below. Here's your magical sun disappearing over curve. Like it's sitting over curve, and then when it zooms in, and the sun comes back into view. Every time. Like the sun doesn't go behind curve, it just appears to. Back into view. I just thought I'd go again, and maybe I'll go again. In case you missed it the first time. You got to see it one of the times. You got to see it. Do you see it? It's seriously all fake. Space, gravity, satellites are balloons. Like, it's just the whole lot is fake and illusions. You got satellites crashing down with helium balloons connected to them and all sorts of stuff. It just doesn't end. Doesn't end. If you seriously still believe in space and all this stuff after watching this video, like, I'm lost for words. Absolutely. You seriously can deny this all you like, but it's like, this is in your face, undebunkable. Like, debunk it. I dare you. I'll give you everything I own if you can debunk this. I don't care who you are. If you can debunk this, and if you can prove to me curvature and prove globe Earth, I'll give you everything I own, except my dog. But everything else I'll give you. I'll give you about $5,000 worth of shit. That's all I have. But I'll give it all to you. But it has to be observable, repeatable measurements of curvature. Observable, repeatable measurements, not none of this bullshit, blah blah. Nah, actual observable, repeatable measurements. True science. There is not one debunker that would put everything they own on the line to debunk this, because I know you're all chicken shit, weak as piss, controlled, paid op. You fucking shit cunts. We're gonna fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm over it. I'm over you all. Right? And I'm over the ones that aren't even getting. Mate, you're acting like trolls. You're meant to be my fucking friend. I thought you were mates. Fucking who the fuck are you? What are you doing? Look at this shit and fucking get it through your head. We got to get together and we're going to do this together. We fucking got to get them. All of them. Can't just fucking sit here and let them fucking do this shit to us. But anyway, I won't rant. But this, you just got to look at this shit and how ridiculous it is. Look at this. Watch this.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again. I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
You can literally see bubbles coming up from these astronauts' helmets. It's ridiculous. When I saw it, I was like, this is a joke.
So many times during spacewalks outside the International Space Station, we can see air bubbles rising up. Can you touch on how there are air bubbles in space?
Can you be more specific? Air bubbles?
So yeah, like a lot of times during the footage, the NASA footage, you can see bubbles coming up out of the helmets or kind of from underneath you. How do you explain bubbles in space?
Yeah, often on the outside of the space station, you'll liberate little pieces of, it's a really harsh environment out there. The outside of the space station gets beat up pretty good. And sometimes, you'll see just those flecks of paint or something that you might have disrupted floating away from the suit. And, that's generally what that is. I've never seen any kind of air bubble anywhere.
Could it be that you're filming in an underwater pool and you're not really out there? All right, well, I just encourage everyone to look up bubbles in space, hashtag bubbles in space. Thank you very much.
How's bubbles in space doing? How's what? Bubbles in space? Bubbles in space? Yeah. I don't know what that is. No? You missed your
Kelly? Yeah. Oh, yeah? You don't remember the question from Tampa about the bubbles in space coming up from the helmet? Yeah, you guys are in an underwater pool, remember? We know. Just remember.
What's up, man? Can you start mine with hashtag bubbles in space?
Hashtag bubbles in space.
Bubbles in space, brother. What's your word on it?
What is that?
Yeah, you were asked that 2 times in the past couple months, actually. About bubbles coming out in the spacewalks.
Oh, you're that guy.
I'm not that guy. I'm one of those guys.
Yeah, I'm not right now.
And then,
thank you so much.
There you go.
Astronauts on harnesses as well. Anything to say about that?
Do I have anything to say about it?
Yeah.
I have anything you want me to say about it. What do you want me to say?
Whatever your thoughts are. I just want your honest opinion.
About what?
There's video evidence of guys hanging from harnesses in the International Space Station.
Sir, we need to keep going. There's a very long line. Thank you so much. Can you please step forward? Thank you so much.
How about
please step forward?
selling a book of pictures with taxpayer money? How about that?
Thank you so much.
Taxpayer money?
These are all on taxpayer dime, isn't it? Not this one, but the picture book.
You know what you can do? You can sell the same pictures yourself because they are public domain. Absolutely.
They should be free to the taxpayers.
They are free.
Why are you selling it for $40?
You can do whatever you want with them.
Well, you're doing it a disjustice by ripping off the taxpayers.
You know
what you're doing.
We're breathing again. Thanks a lot. Okay, Neil, you're coming down the ladder now. I'm at the foot of the ladder. The 11-foot beds are only
I meant to fucking believe this shit. Like, for real? Have you watched it? Come off it. It's the fakest thing ever. We went to the moon, what a load of absolute rubbish. It really is the biggest load of rubbish out. Like, it is so fake that I can't believe mankind ever believed in it. Ever. Like, it is so fake. How did they get a car up there? How did they call the moon in 1960, whenever it was? Like, yeah, so many, like, it just doesn't make sense. None of it makes any sense. It's all ridiculous. Their rockets don't even go straight, and it's just crazy. The whole thing, what a load of rubbish. NASA gets busted doing so much dodgy shit, and they just get it taken off YouTube every time. Who's filming? There's still a man on the moon. And they're slow as rockets. Like, they go slow, they hardly lift, they don't spin, they don't do nothing. Like, to cut through air, you gotta spin like a bullet in a chamber. It's got the rifle in a barrel to make the bullet spin so it cuts through the air. These are so heavy, they're tanks, they don't lift, they got no thrust, it's just a bomb waiting to happen. And they curve off and they go level, they end up going back and landing in the ocean. They don't do a lap of the earth, it's all nonsense. They go and land in the ocean. It's all, I'll show you a real rocket after this, or a real rocket ship. Look at it curve off, like, breaking through the sand barrier. My ass, wait till you see this next one. A real rocket.
55 seconds into the flight.
This onboard footage is so fake.
900 miles an hour.
Look at it, almost leveled off. Like, it's going to keep going and then get to a point where it will start heading back down and it will go all the way back and go and land in the ocean. And I say it's meant to be facing the way it is with the shuttle underneath. What's the shuttle going to take off from underneath? And the reason it's facing that way is because it's weight heavy. Of course it's going to hang down, like it's going to hang on the bottom, like it's weight, like it's mass and density, not gravity, mass and density. And this has been going for ages and you can still see it, like if it was going that fast, it'd be already like out of sight. It's ridiculous. Now show the amateur world record GoPro rocket, a proper launch. Look at it. Look at it freaking go. It hits, apparently it hits 3,300 miles an hour. That's what they say. I don't know if that's true or not. But this is how a rocket should launch. It takes off like instant. Flying. Flies dead straight up. Dead dead straight. Don't have to go around a curve. Look at it go. Like, I've got on board, I'll show you after this. And it spirals and everything, and it hammers. It flies. Watch this. Look at it spin, so it cuts through the air and goes dead straight, because it's not just a big solid mass of dense, big crap. Listen to it. Cut through the air, and then it starts to go quiet for some reason. What's it doing? Is it entering into gas? Some say maybe water. Like, who knows what it's doing? Like, when it goes quiet, I'll leave music off so you can hear it. Then boom, just hits something and stops in its tracks. Like, the amount of energy behind this, it should shatter into a heap of pieces. Like, I don't know if this is fake because of this. Like, I don't know, it could be fake, but it should shatter into 1,000 million pieces. But it hits something. Like, is it hitting the energy, the thickness of the ether layer, the ether sphere, or is it hitting like the firmament or whatever? Ice, water, like who knows what it is. Hit something. And most of you probably go, look at the curve. It's because of the fisheye lens. If it went the other way, it would do a half pipe. It's just the lens. Well, I guess I'll call this about it, but I could go into so much more. Like, I haven't really actually touched on everything proper. Like, it's hard to do a documentary. Like, I've got so much to say and not enough time to say it. Trying to get it all done in enough time. Like, I'm racing to get things done. Like, I've got so much more proof that the world is level, 100% level. And it just doesn't. Like, it's all fake. It's all fake illusions. If you honestly still believe in it after watching this, like, I really don't know what to do. Like, unless I did like each subject into more detail, like each just satellite, just gravity, just level, just it's. I can't do it all. You should look into it yourself. Like, I've just done it. I've done so much on this, looking shit up and I've done it all before. I'm just doing it, hoping you'll actually watch, hoping it gets you through. So you start seeing it and you get true to yourself. I wouldn't give a shit about being true to me, but it's not me. I'm not a dictator, like some say, or debunk it. I dare you, debunk it. Debunk any of this. Especially the film work over the bay and stuff, debunk it. There. Anyway, I did this out of love. I'm not doing it like I know I've been bruh, but it's like because I've got to do it. I've got to be firm. You're not listening any other way. And what else do I do? Like, this did ruin the truth movement, the whole lot, because people's beliefs, opinions, and theories got the better of them. And we have to change that. We have to get it back. We have to do this and take this place back. We have to all get true. We've got to be true to ourselves, all of us. No matter who you are, you've got to get true. The truer you get, the more in touch with your soul you become, and you just feel better, and you get better, and you end up remembering your purpose. And there's no one come and save the day. We're it. We've got to get our shit together, and we've got to do this. Together, we got this. Much love.